Hello and welcome to my website. I am Lady Cheetah. Please excuse my voice today because I'm a little out of the weather. Today we will be talking about an epidemic sweeping across the country: sluts and whores. According to recent studies from a local university, studies have proven that the amount of this breed of female have increased by a whopping 40% in recent years. Why do they do what they do? Honestly, we may never know. However, I do have a few theories, and honestly, I feel bad for these girls. If you're good friends with a girl who sleeps around, you know that they've probably had a difficult life. Rough family life, raised in a bad area, hung around the wrong crowd. The possibilities are endless. Let's go deeper on this subject. Here's my first theory, which is a common theory shared by many people, and it is that these sluts and whores have never had a father figure, a male to look up to, or someone to take care of them, and by sleeping around for that one moment, sex fills that void, and that ache they so long to fill, but it never lasts, which results in their multitude of partners. Which leads to my next theory. These girls want to be accepted. Badly. They're willing to do anything to fit the status quo. These sluts and whores believe that by sleeping with certain people, it will grant them acceptance into certain social groups. They think that if they shack a guy, then automatically they are now cool and even a part of their group. Hated to break it to you, honey, but no. The more people you slut it up with, the more respect you will lose, not gain. The more people you sleep with, the more of a joke you become. It's sad, but true. I have many male friends, and I hear what they say about the girls they get with. You do not want to be that girl they talk about. Trust me. Another theory of these untamed sluts and whores is that they don't know how else to make friends. They have never been popular and have always had a difficult time fitting in. They've always hung around, usually inviting themselves places, and are generally more annoying than the normal person. And they've never had that group of friends that most people have. No one really ever invites them places either. They just always are there. They just show up. And they're usually alone, like I said, and when these boys that they kind of linger around finally saw what was in their pants, boom. These girls finally had some friends. They were so desperate for comradeship that they were willing to do anything. Once the girl has hooked up with all the guys in the group, they then have no more need for her. They stop communication and the ostracization, they begin to be ostracized. These girls slowly wander to the next group afterwards, and no one is safe. Sluts and whores come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Some of them hide it very well. You could be sitting next to one right now. There could be one across the library, one in front of the classroom. There's no way to tell who falls into this category simply by one's appearance. A final theory of mine, which is not highly regarded, is that these girls are just little hornballs. They take in pride of their title of sluts and whores. They take revealing and promiscuous photos of themselves, which they post on social media. They silently beg for compliments and sympathy. They generally lack self-esteem, and these girls often feel the need to be the center of attention. Now, what should we do about these rising numbers of sluts and whores in the United States? I'll tell you. Well, this is also where we begin to talk about our government. According to costofwar.com, the U.S. government has spent almost $1.5 trillion on the war since 2001. Now, that's a lot of college tuition debt that can be paid off, or 750 billion beefy 5-layer burrito meal deals from Taco Bell, which comes with a beefy 5-layer burrito, a small drink, and a bag of Doritos. Now that sounds a lot more satisfying than war in Iraq. This is how I say we solve our two problems with one stone. We take our excessive amounts of sluts and whores, infect them with STDs, send them to the Middle East, and the rest will be history. We all know that American women are irresistible, and of course these girls will easily do what they do best. But honestly, I can't take credit for this idea. I will now take the time to personally thank Lord Geoffrey Amherst. I just modernized a war tactic from the French and Indian War, which lasted from 1754 to 1763. You see, Lord Amherst served as an officer for the British Army. Unable to defeat the Indians as quickly as he wanted to, Lord Geoffrey Amherst decided to give them blankets which were infected with smallpox. There is documentation of this happening, but no one is sure if the plan actually pulled through. If the British Army would have given the infected blankets, they would have had the risk of contracting the smallpox as well. However, my plan is foolproof. We give the sluts and whores medication so that the side effects do not affect them, but they will still be able to transfer the diseases to our country's enemies. Now our country will save a huge amount of money, and we will be able to lower the sluts and whore percentages in America. We can even pay these girls with beefy 5-layer burritos from Taco Bell. They'll love it. Now my plan even fuels our economy. This plan doesn't get any better. Well, God bless America. I also know that I've never blogged about anything like this before. However, the more I leave my apartment or go on the internet or turn on the TV, the more I see beautiful girls selling themselves short by presenting themselves as sluts and whores. I wanted to address this problem along with a solution to get rid of them as well. Respect is a beautiful thing. Being simple is a beautiful thing. We are all beautiful things. Don't just respect yourself. A goodnight kiss leaves someone wanting more. Don't give them the satisfaction of getting all of you, especially all of you at once. You are special, and you are worth so much more than that. Remember, I love you. XOXO, Christiana. Thank you.